in-person experience cannot be replaced by, yeah, obviously, like college tours. They've gone virtual. They in-person college tours cannot really be replaced. So what are some online resources that students can use to narrow down their choices in place of the ones in person?
Yeah, so I think we talked a little bit about this in the session, but really thinking of, but there are so many websites out there for you to compare and contrast colleges. So Niche is a really good one. Um, I'm blanking on some of the other ones. But if you just like Google like college comparison or college that has X program, that's at least some place to start. And you can start narrowing that list down. Your school's college and career center or guidance office is another really great resource. They should have brochures upon brochures about every college that's ever visited them. So that's a great way to just kind of sit through it, go through all those brochures and look for schools that you think look awesome, and maybe weed out some of the schools that you're like, I don't think I want to do that, right? I think sitting before you start looking at colleges, make sure you sit down and at least start listing out what is it that you're looking for and what is it that you're not looking for, because that in and of itself can really help you narrow down a college, right? I told myself I didn't want to go to school anywhere in the South. Um, I can't handle the heat. I'm very much a person who likes Arctic weather. And I knew going to the South, I would just be uncomfortable in the summers. Like I knew that would be a thing for me. So I automatically ruled out any college in the South. That's a lot of schools that I'm just ruling out right there. And it helps me start to narrow that list down until you come up with maybe 5, 10 schools that you think are a good fit for you. And it's not uncommon to apply to 5 to 10, 12, 15 schools. The average Reed student applies to 11 different schools. Half of my interns in my office, they apply to 20 to 25 colleges. So that's pretty common for you to apply to multiple schools. And make sure you apply to a variety of schools, right? Find some schools that are going to be your reach schools, like, oh, I don't know if they're going to admit me, they might. Apply to schools that you know are your safety schools. Like I know for sure I'm going to get into this school. And then in the middle are some of those schools where you're like, I could probably get in, maybe I won't. And that way you have a good variety of options to choose from once you start getting those admissions emails back or letters back.
Great. Yeah, I'd also like to add this to this from a student point of view. One resource that I really like to use is Google Earth. Now it's really underrated because you can take a tour of the college and go to Street View, and then you see like a 3D view. You can walk around, put your like little person there. It's kind of a replacement for in-person tours, or not, although it's not like the same feel, but you can still see like the border buildings around and like the streets and the overall vibe there. Um, for niche is a very good resource. They rank schools, like you can build your college list there. You can filter out, academically, you can filter out things like socially. So yeah, those are some of the resources I would recommend.